This is Packaging Today with Evelio Matos, Adam P, and Corey Connors. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Monday again.
Hello.
We got
Good
Adam.
morning.
Adam
I'm stuck. I'm
is,
stuck in stupid
live.
Charlotte. Hey,
in
I was
stupid
supposed to be
Charlotte.
back. Yeah, I was supposed to be back last night, and my flight got canceled, which makes
So-
me sad. But I'm heading
Blame-
to my gate right now.
Blame the city, not the airline. It's the city's fault.
It's the city's
right.
fault. Charlotte is so dumb. But I did want to say, because I actually have to jump off and go through security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have missed you guys. I've missed you so
Hey.
much. And I also
you.
got to go see the packaging school.
Oh, nice.
And that was
Drew
awesome. I got
Felty?
to hang out. I got to meet with Drew.
Yeah.
Greenville was amazing. I had coffee with Andy Kurtz and Hugh Curtis.
Nice.
Greensboro. It was awesome. So
I like those guys.
Nice.
they were great.
Did Hugh hook you up with some maple syrup?
No, jerk. If you guys want to say hi, here's a couple of. This is Soren,
Hey, Soren.
and that's Itai,
Hey, Itai.
What's up?
and they both play basketball. And there's Cena, one of the coaches. So anyway, I got to get these guys through security so we can get on our plane. But I miss your
Okay.
faces, and I wanted to be. I just miss you all so much.
Sweet. So
I
who
got
else,
it, I
who
got
else is- all right. So if anybody's watching and you're in Charlotte, go ahead and
We'll see you
Say-
soon,
say
Adam.
what's up.
Be safe.
Okay, miss you guys. See ya.
Yeah.
all right, man. See you, bud.
Bye.
Yes, we got Hugh coming in saying it was fun.
Hey, you.
Drew, it's always good to meet
Hey,
you
Drew.
in person. I mean, we're always on here and we're interacting with everybody. All the people we've met, it's always amazing to actually physically meet in person.
Right.
I'm gonna be in Luxpack, New York. In less than 2 weeks. So if you're going, come find me. I'd love to meet you. And then
You'll
Corey,
be speaking, right?
Yeah, I'll be speaking. I'll be talking about artificial intelligence and not just artificial intelligence, but the design side, but also the supply chain side and the production manufacturing side. Super stoked about it.
Yeah, it was a really good time in Austin, Texas at the Sustainable Packaging Coalition event for 4 days. I got to see Drew Felty actually as well.
Oh, really?
Really great to see him. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with him and Dr. Andrew Hurley from Clemson and the packagingschool.com. Amazing what they're accomplishing and how they've been able to put an online school at the forefront of our world of packaging. It's really fun to watch and good for them. It's exciting.
Yeah, that's so cool what they've done. It's cool. Man. Are you speaking anywhere coming up?
Yes, I'll be actually at Waste Expo, flying there tomorrow in New Orleans with Mikey and Lanika. We're going to be talking about the future of sustainable packaging. And then I'll be on another panel talking about there's an app for that. And all of these apps that are related to sustainability and packaging and recycling. And it's a bunch of really cool founders. I'm going to be the moderator of a panel and excited to talk to them at Waste Expo. So if you're there, go check us out. It's Wednesday morning. I think it's room 228 or something like that, but it's in the morning. So check us out. It's an exciting event.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
We got a couple of people coming in. If you're, let us know where you're watching from. It's always good to see how far this thing reaches. We got Michael Ferrari coming in.
Hey, Michael.
Brandon Gomez, always. Thanks. I really appreciate all your guys' support. 100%, right? Anywhere Corey shows up, it's a great event. We got Jonathan Quinn.
And Avelia.
That's right. John,
Not so much Adam.
Jay Quinn, the man born in a vat of plastic. And we got Ciao Filippo. Let's meet in Milan. Let's do it.
Yes.
Super excited to go to be in Milan next, and that'll be in 2 weeks.
Oh, good evening.
Don't forget AICC Experience. That's right.
Yeah. Are
It's
you
coming
going
up
to that,
too.
Emilio? No, you'll be in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in Italy. Unfortunately, right?
So that'll be when is that? May 23rd and 24th in Chicago. If you're interested, I think there's still a few tickets available for AICC Experience, and it's spelled Experience. So check it out.
Cool. Awesome. Hey.
Yeah.
So we're 5 minutes in. Sorry, Corey. You had some stuff you wanted to share. I know I had some stuff that I wanted to share. Let's jump right in because I want to make sure we hit all these things.
Yeah, man. You had a viral video this week. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So this thing was pretty cool. And the reason I want to show it is like, one, just let's talk about what the content, and then let's talk about how to set up a post to help it go, to get seen.
Right.
All right. So this video here, zoom in a little bit so we can see it. Yeah. So this video is the endangered ecosystems on TikTok. They were talking, he was explaining the difference between old growth forest and some of these newly planted, carbon capturing, carbon credit type of forests. And he's showing here, like in this video, you can see the pictures behind him. And then when he moves over to like old growth, which is crazy because it's like right next to it, you can see it. And he's just like literally walking a few feet. Like this is the difference. Right. There's,
Where is he located, Velio?
He's in Canada. And you can see the different sizes of the trees. You can see that there's some snags hanging up. Snags are dead trees that are leaning against other trees. You've got bushes, you've got like brush, you've got different heights in terms of canopy. And when we're talking about some like these new carbon credit forests that where we're planting thousands of trees, it's not always the trees that are native. But you can see here, there's like nothing growing on the bottom. They're all the same height. So they all block out the same amount of sun. It almost becomes like an umbrella, right? It just stops the sun. But in terms of like, there's just not any biodiversity happening. So from this post, I didn't create it. I'm just sharing it. And something that goes, when you're trying to push something to go viral, you need to challenge people a little bit. So the post kind of kicks off with, are your carbon credits actually helping? And this is just a LinkedIn
Start with a question. Right?
Yeah. Start with a question. Start with the challenging question, and hit a few returns so that you don't see the rest of this. Right? Because somebody's going to read this and go, "What? I paid for carbon credits? What is this guy talking about?" Right? They're going to click.
Then they have to click on it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you click see more, that's an interaction with your post. LinkedIn sees that, and they're going to push, the algorithm is going to push that up so more people will see it. And then at the bottom, it just says, here's a masterclass in ecosystem and sustainability and why carbon credits may actually be doing more harm than good. When we look at this, it's gotten 115,000 impressions, which is pretty, it's a lot for LinkedIn.
It's massive, especially with how many followers do you have? 12,000?
I think I'm at like 12, 13, somewhere in there. It's been reposted 300.
10 times the amount of followers that you have, which would be mega viral in any metric.
Yeah, it's huge. It's been reposted hundreds of times. And it actually, when you get into the analytics, it shows you not just the impressions, but then it shows you like how many minutes this thing has been viewed, which is like, so it's almost 37,000, which is 36,000 minutes. Is basically like 27 days worth, which is crazy, right? And then it gives you all the job titles and stuff.
But social media doesn't work, Avelio, right?
No, not at all.
It doesn't,
not at all.
Doesn't have any value. Doesn't do anything for your career or build your community.
That's right. So if you're watching this, and this is a packaging show, we do have a conversation around packaging. if you want to get your message out, you do have to build an audience, and in order to do that, you do have to bring value, right? So posts, if you're posting daily, even if it's not your thing, even if you're just reposting something maybe Corey's done or I've done or Adam's done, where you find
Yeah.
something interesting, when you look around your home, you've got boxes, you've got packaging. If you see something interesting that you want to kind of like share, then just take a picture of it and post like why you thought it was interesting, or
Yeah.
even why you thought it wasn't interesting, right? Is the design boring?
Right. And maybe the
Right. And that
designer that
kinda
made that will see that and they'll get some feedback, or the company that released it will see it and get some feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We got Jane, how you doing?
See,
Great
Jane?
offering, wider lens to forestry and impacted wood fiber packaging. Exactly, right. So yeah, it's great to be able to share a little bit more information. Um, this is perfect. We got Triet asking, she's new in graphic design, or I'm sorry, they're new in graphic design. They want to learn packaging. Any advice? Follow Drew Felty.
Yeah.
Follow Drew Felty and look at the packaging school. Do that, and then one more thing is follow Gene. Gene is amazing.
And
Yeah,
Avelio Matos. Yeah.
we're gonna have some great Gene news to share coming up soon. I'm pretty stoked. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that you can follow. But that kind of leads to, you had some packaging around your house that you shared.
Yeah. I bought this a while ago, and I was doing some spring cleaning the other day, and I saw this again. And this is a paper bottle, right?
Mhm.
Well, then you open it up, and inside it's a plastic bottle. Now, the idea here is that these are less plastic. I think it was like 60% less plastic is needed. But the question I posted on TikTok and LinkedIn and Instagram was, will consumers actually separate these and recycle them separately? And the feedback I got was, what? There's a plastic bottle in there? And it was just very telling that, one of the people said, I bought those to use for shampoo for my kids in the bathtub, and they disintegrated in a week. So I think I have to say this is a swing and a miss as far as I can tell. This, as far as the sustainable idea goes, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, I'd love to hear from the company that made these, or from people that think they're a good idea. If there's an LCA that shows that they're a good idea, let us know. And that was the question. The question wasn't to bash anything. The question is always, teach us about the reason behind this invention, and explain it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So maybe Jay Quinn, what's your view on this type of packaging? Is it actually, have you seen an LCA on this? If you're still watching, it'd be great to get your feedback on that.
It just seems to me like they could simply have made this flat on the bottom, and it's actually pretty good quality, the rest of it.
So all you had to do was sturdy.
All you had to do was make this flat, and then that's a sustainable idea. This is extra greenwashing, as far as I can tell. Yeah.
But then,
right, Michael. Well said.
Did that have a label around it too?
No, this came plain. It had a wrap, like a paper around the top. So you take this off. The intention is my. But
was there any was there any branding on there?
No, I bought these plain, and I bought them at Home Depot like a year ago, because I thought they were such an interesting idea. So
so they're not coming full of soap. You're not buying this from a brand full of soap. You're buying these empty.
Well, they have those as well, but these are, the intention here is these replace your plastic bottles that you have at your house.
Wait, okay, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so I'm going to Home Depot. I'm buying empty plastic bottles covered in molded fiber.
Yeah.
So I can take my plastic bottle that I bought at the grocery store, wherever, full of soap, and I can dump it in here. So now I've got 3 times the amount of packaging.
And they're
to be
very
more
well made.
sustainable.
Don't get me wrong. Whoever designed these did a good job. They are well designed. They're stout, but it just
Yeah.
seems like a massive attempt to look sustainable when it not necessarily isn't.
Yeah, exactly, James. It's like your guests show up. I'm like, wow, this Corey's
Right.
so sustainable.
Well
Um,
said.
but yeah, it's crazy. And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. Loving the extra paper for a wet environment. It's nuts.
Yeah, it
But here's what I
seems.
love
Yeah.
is that just gonna pull the curtain behind. Gonna give you a little show, a little share behind the curtain here. Is
Let's do it.
Corey's really nice. Corey's the nicest person you're ever gonna meet. Like inside, he is hating this bottle. He's like, this is the dumbest thing, but he will
I
never say
I
anything
don't love it.
negative about anybody.
I got to be honest. I don't love this idea. This is not my
No.
favorite. No.
He's trying to find the positive here, but
I'm trying. I'm trying to say something nice to the person that invented this thing and this sustainable company that came up with this idea. Now we're seeing these in grocery stores filled with shampoos and conditioners and
Mhm.
all kinds of soaps and things like that. But remember, the things inside these bottles are 90% water. So why do you need that? Why can't you have a concentrate that you use in a glass bottle at home or reuse? I saw a TikTok last night of somebody
Mhm.
that took an old glass drink bottle. I think it was Perrier water,
Yeah.
and they put a spray top on it, and they filled it with a concentrated soap and water. Boom! There's your reusable.
Yeah.
To me, that's something they already had, and it's not a multi-material product. So that's me
Yeah.
off of my soapbox.
Yeah. Your soapbox
Yeah.
full covered in paper.
Yeah.
That's made of plastic.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So James asking, is glass the only greenish material that can be used at scale for something like this?
No.
Well, let's. All right. So what else can you use that is sustainable? I love
I
dip.
think, yeah,
Right.
I think you use
Dip.
concentrate. Yeah.
Or dip. Right. Dip already.
What if there's no bottle like dip? Right.
There's no bottle. Yeah. It's just a bar. What happened to the old days when you'd get that Irish Spring,
Mhm.
that green bar of soap, and that's what you use to wash your hands, right? Or like,
Yeah.
what was wrong with that? There's really nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I've spoken at a couple of events, and
Mhm.
I'll be speaking at AICC
Yeah.
about this as well. The future of packaging is a look back.
Nice, G.
Yeah, no kidding. The future of packaging to me is a look back at the history of packaging, and going back to things like a milkman delivery system and concentrated
Mhm.
products like a bar of Ivory soap or a shampoo in a bar form like Dip already. To me, it's if we're not doing that, we're not looking at this the right way. Now, you
Yeah,
can't concentrate
100%.
everything. You can't concentrate bleach. That could be very dangerous. There are certain chemicals that need to be, the chemistry needs to be the right mixture. And so there are companies that have new solutions like Clorox's. It's like a pill that you screw onto a bottle and you twist, and then it releases that exact amount of mix. So that kind of thing makes a lot of sense, and that little pill is way less plastic than the large bottle. So things like this are innovating quickly.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on out there. I will say, I don't think I shared this last time we had this conversation. So, in terms of like the conversation I'll have in New York, 'cause I know we're coming up here on 10 minutes left. If you do have any questions on any of the stuff we're talking about, whether it's the carbon capture, the forestry video, this plastic bottle, maybe some new solutions, definitely go check out dipalready.com. They have some really cool stuff.
They'll be at
and-
AICC. Yep.
Oh, will they? Awesome. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, how can you get rid of packaging and, through the life of the product? I spoke to someone this weekend and they were just talking about like they're like, can we make our packaging more reusable? And like, reusable how? Like, what is the reality what reality do you see a consumer actually reusing this for something? Like, well, they could put their jewelry in here. And it's
Right.
like everybody says that.
Mhm.
Everybody says, well, they can. How much freaking jewelry do you have? And do you really want to have your jewelry in a cardboard box? Like, I get it. You can do it for a few things, but you can't, it gets to a point where people are like, oh my God, there's just another overdone box. And it gets
And
recycled.
I
And,
learned this from you, the keepsake packaging. You talked about
yeah,
that a year ago, before this was a thing, where how many bags can I keep? How many
yeah,
beautiful boxes do I really need? And so what if things were actually reusable, or what if things were actually recyclable?
yeah. Just focusing on monomaterial, reducing material weight, reducing size. Like, how can we
Hmm.
eliminate more packaging is kind of the key. And it's,
Yeah.
for us, we actually make a living on packaging, but for us to say
Right.
that let's reduce packaging,
Right.
it tells you something.
Counterintuitive, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, stay
I,
tuned for Avelio and I are going to do a podcast one of these days, and we're going to talk about how AI will help us make packaging more sustainable.
yeah. And I do want to show this thing. I don't know how I can do it here. Hang on one second. So I
Yeah,
did
and
this.
Muhammad makes a good point. We'll be at our best if it's packaging free. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how can you
Well
eliminate
said.
more packaging? 100%. Well, Hugh, you're right. Adam's crazy sneaker collection,
Touche.
but how many sneakers do you actually need? Right. How many sneakers can you actually wear?
Yeah.
All right. So I did the Velocity conference about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And that was pretty cool. That was with Christopher Durham and that team. And I was talking to them about AI, and it was a great group of people. There was teams from CVS. There were teams from like TJ Maxx, like just across the board, a lot of retailers.
Mm-hmm.
And before I share this, I did want to, we still have, over 50 beautiful Apple boxes from various product. Yeah. What are you
Right.
doing with that stuff? Right. It's like, I do too. I have less now because I've got rid of it. I've got an Apple bag, which I think was really cool when they trademarked that, that design,
I'd like
or
to
they
see
patented
that.
that design.
I don't
And
think I've ever
then,
seen that.
yeah, they were the first ones that came out with like a woven paper handle bag, and they
Oh,
changed
cool.
like the turn top construction on a bag and the reinforcement
Hmm.
board, and they patented that design. But I mean, it's a bag. Yeah, I mean, we collect those Apple boxes, all sorts of stuff, and what do we do with them? They just sit there,
Right.
which is nuts. But I do want to show you this.
Because we're going to sell the phone someday, and we think we need the box. When we hand it over the counter, they immediately throw it away. Right?
I don't think so. I don't think that's what people are.
I don't
think
know.
people are keeping it because they think
I'm
they're gonna
trying
sell
to
it.
justify it, but I can't.
Yeah, I think we just keep it
I
because it's
have
like,
at least 40 of them.
yeah, it's like we spent so much money on this one item, and it was so cool at the
Right.
time, but nobody cares.
No.
Honestly, nobody cares. And you can't recycle
Yeah.
those because they're bound in plastic and paperboard, and it's like a little overdone.
Mhm.
All right, but what I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind. All right, this is
Okay.
a packaging today exclusive. This is Pacdora. So the team at Pacdora, I'm working with them on a few things. They're based in China. They have an amazing AI system built in to their program. Now, what Pacdora does is if you go to pacdora.com, you can type in the dimensions of a box or a bag that you want. It'll give you the die lines based on the material, like all these details, right? Like that's
Really cool.
that's pretty cool. But they also have a and Drew's sharing an eBay for Apple boxes. Yeah, you can sell this stuff. People will buy it. I don't know why they'll buy it. You can resell like a Chanel paper bag for like $50.
That's a great tip, actually, for spring cleaning. Yeah, sell them, make some money.
But you're selling them,
yeah,
and then somebody's gonna keep it for a while, and then what? And then they're gonna throw it away. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But the team at Pacdora, what I learned from them was that they actually have two websites. They have an English Western website, which is pacdora.com. And then they have a Chinese version of this where they're testing a lot of different things. And there's over 2 million users of this Chinese website.
Wow, that's
Now,
incredible.
this is what's going to blow your mind. I'm going to share my screen,
Yeah.
and this is called versioning. So they use AI to version out this packaging, right? So you've got a tuck box, no big deal. But what if I want this design on a variety of different boxes? Can I play this? Yeah. So you've got your design. You can come across all these different variations of packaging, click the packaging that you want,
Wow. Can you do the one in the middle,
right?
the handle? Is this live? Oh no, this is
It's a video, yeah.
a
So
demo.
yeah, but it picked that one, right? So it's picking all these different constructions, or you're picking all the different constructions that you want, and you click that button.
Wow.
And this is how long it takes. It took that design across 10 different packs,
Yeah.
and it versioned it out.
Very different packs too, right?
Yeah.
So that would how long would that have taken Avelio Matos 5 years ago?
Oh, dude, it would take me weeks today. Yeah,
Right.
even today,
Right.
right? To do each
Right.
one of these is probably going to take me like 10 hours. One, to create the die line, to take the artwork, to reposition it. So if you're just listening to this, then what we've done is I've shown you a tuck box with artwork on it, all the graphics. Then it just clicked on 10 different
Amazing.
constructions and 10 different sizes, and instantly it versioned out that artwork. Now, is this going to be 100%? No. So Seth is asking if it's going to adjust and apply them to new die lines. Yes. So you could click on each one of these, and it'll be on the die line for that particular box.
Incredible.
And the crazy thing is, the way that you work in this program is that you're not just putting up like JPEGs for the front panel and a JPEG for the side panel. You're actually building this out like you would in Illustrator. So if you've got a 4-color image, you can put it on one layer. If you've got like a foil stamp, you put it on another layer. If you've got an embossing, on another layer. If you've got a barcode, you put that on a separate layer. And then when this versions out, it keeps all of your layers intact. And as long as your artwork is high res, it won't be an issue. So you can take this, all those versioned out pieces of artwork are ready for production. If you set up production ready for the first one, they'll all be production ready.
That's
that
exactly what I was going to ask you. Yeah.
The most mind-blowing thing that
because it wasn't ready for production a year ago or 6 months ago. Yeah.
No, not at all. Like you would just upload. It's like, okay, well, I've got a logo. I'd place it here. I've got an image. I'd put it here, but it wasn't layered out. So
incredible.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, and these were completely. It was a label. It was a box. It was a bottle.
Yeah, primary, secondary, tertiary, all in one click, and boom, all in one click. The same colors.
Yep. Now is the artwork?
This is incredible.
Yeah. So is the artwork 100%? No. Right. What you need to do is you need to, open up each box, each die line. Mm-hmm. Right. You got to check, because you got to make sure that your nutritional facts are going to be the right point size. Right. You got to make sure that your barcode is on the right panel. This does use AI, so it's not going to be right every single time. But this is something that works on the Chinese version, and this is something that I'm working with them to bring over to the US version, to the Pactora.com. I didn't have a promo code. It was Pactora.com/unboxed50. You can check it out. I'm not 100% if that still works, to be honest with you. But I know the prices are going up.
UNBOXD, is it?
Yeah, UNBOXD50.
Okay.
Yeah, 50. And this is not a commercial. It's just, this thing blew me away, because a lot of times with when you're doing packaging, you're versioning. I know I spoke to an agency out of Chicago, probably like 8 months ago, and they were building a design team for versioning. So they've got about 8 or 9 designers that handle versioning for them. Right. Incredible. So if you're a Clorox and you've got a bottle and a spray bottle and all these different things, you need that kind of you need that kind of power to do this. But then and then they were at the Velocity thing too, the design team, This would help a team like that, right? It
Right.
helps you move a lot faster. You don't need to get rid of your designers. It's just you've given your designers superpower instead of having to like manually manipulate every single detail of the file.
Right.
You let AI do the heavy work, and then you go back in and check everything.
Incredible.
Yeah, Gene, it's super legit. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely check it out. If you do decide that you want to purchase it, throw in unboxed 50. See if that gives you a 50% off discount. I know when they bring this AI version to the Pacdora website, which is the US Western version, the
Mhm.
prices will increase. So now's a good time. And I hate to do this because it sounds like I'm shilling this, but definitely check it out. Yeah, AI is everywhere. One thing I know, it's going to be coming to Adobe in a big way. You still do have to proof all your visuals. You still have to do all that stuff.
Sure.
Can I start with something as simple as having something available at home that will probably improve the look of the packaging, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Seth. Even small changes take a long time. And like I use Pacdora for, like, for example, if I'm making a box, let's say it's corrugate, and I've designed it to be an E flute, and all of a sudden we need to bump it up. Not that you're going to jump to this, but like let's say I need to jump to like a B C flute.
Right. Wow.
I can just change the material, and here it'll change the die line for me, right? Which is going to make quite a difference. It'll be like a quarter of an inch difference in the die line, but it'll do it all automated, which is super helpful.
You're right. You didn't undersell that. That is mind blowing, and that is absolutely the present. It's not even the future anymore. It's now. And so if you're watching and you're a designer and you're not embracing this, I think it's going to be challenging for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's crazy. It's really, really cool stuff. That's the show, guys. I appreciate everybody being so super active in here. Mohammed talking about James Malley, reading about Pacurate. Yep, exactly. Same thing, right? Like, there's a lot of different opportunities here to reduce your pack. There's a lot of opportunities to reduce the amount of time that you're spending, just being more efficient, picking the right materials. Like Corey showed that bottle. Like, if the goal is sustainability, make it simple for consumers to recycle, right?
Right. Yeah. And tell them what to do on the packaging.
Yeah.
Tell them how to recycle it or reuse it.
Yeah. Gene, you've been waiting 5 days for a simple rectangular box die line from a printer.
Yeah.
You could have had it in seconds. You could have had like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Hugh.
You can catch me on Packaging Design Unboxed. I had Metallica 72 Seasons Packaging Design album on last week. I've got some cool stuff coming up this week. Corey, you have like 1 million episodes coming up. What's your next one?
Yeah, this one, the latest one is from Perk Eco. Jennifer Henry is the CEO, and they recycle coffee cups, lids, and the waste called chaff, which is incredible. Their company in Western Canada. So check it out. Cool.
Athena asks if we'll repost this. Absolutely. This will be rebroadcast on LinkedIn all day. You can check it out. Thanks so much. All right, guys. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Live from Studio 3, this is Packaging Today with Evelio Matos.